Hello everyone, welcome back to Top Stitches. If this is your first time coming across us, you're highly welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. Today we'll be learning how to draft a very simple corset pattern. Yes, that is what we are going to be learning how to draft today, from the basic bodice block down to the curves and all there is, including the back pattern. So if this is what you're interested in learning today, please stick around. Let's get started. Alright, so this will be our corset after we are done stitching. So let's dive right into the tutorial. This is the material we are going to be needing. I'll keep that aside so that we'll input all the measurement that we'll be needing. That place you can see me touching now will be my shoulder line. Then down to 10 inches will be my bust line. 13.5 inches will be my under bust, and then my corset length. The corset length you can get from when you are in a sitting position, right? Then you measure from your under bust down to where you can feel the top of your laps. Yes, that is how to take your corset length measurement. Alright, so the next thing now that I'll be doing is to mark my shoulder measurement from my center front. The next one is to mark my neck width, which is 3 inches, and my neck depth, which is 3 inches also. So now I'm going to go ahead and use the curvy part of my row to connect it like you can see me doing. And after that, I'll connect my armhole line. So now on that armhole line, I'm going to come down by 1 inch and connect it to the neck width. This will be my shoulder slope. So the next thing now is from the tip of my shoulder slope, like you can see me doing, I'm going to input my armhole measurement. If you don't know this, you can do that by calculating your bust circumference measurement divided by 6 plus 1.5. That is what I did to mine, and it gave me 8.5 inches. So I'll go in now and label those lines: my chest line, my bust line, my under bust line, and then the full length of this corset. So from my shoulder slope line, I'll get the midpoint of my armhole line, and then on that point, I'll come in by 0.5 inches and connect it like you can see me doing. On the chest line, I am marking my circumference measurement divided by 4, and I'm going to curve it like this to form my armhole curve. So the next thing now is to impute my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. Mine is 8 inches. I divided by 2, 4 inches. That is what you can see me putting from the center front and drawing a line across it. So after this, now on my shoulder slope line, I'll get the midpoint of what I have there, and as well use a straight line to connect it to my bust line. So now I want to tighten my under bust. I'll be using 0.75 inches on both sides on my under bust, and then the full length. I'll use a straight line to connect it like this, like you can see me doing now. So after this, on my bust point line, I'll be coming down by 0.5 inches, and then I'll use a curve and connect it to the under bust. Hope you can understand what I'm doing. Just watch what I'm doing, you will get it. The next thing now is to mark what I have between my bust and my under bust, just like this. Mine is 3.5. I'm going to take it all the way around. I'll take it all the way around, ensuring that the tip of my tape is at my bust point. So take it all the way around to form a circle. Do that. I'm doing mine with a pencil, so it's not really that visible, but it's there, right? That circle will be my guide to form my cup. So I'm going ahead to connect it now. So after that, on the top of that cup, I'll be taking what I have on my under bust and I'll be imputing half inch on the part going towards the center, and on the other part I'll impute the remaining 1 inch. Now I'm going in to tighten that part by 0.25 inch. So in essence, on that part you see me marking now, I have 1.25 inches, and on the other part I have 0.75 inches. So that is what I have there, 0.75 inch and then 1.25 inches. Connect it like that, like you saw me doing. And then on my chest line, I'm going to be coming down by 0.5 inch and then inwards by 0.5 inch. This all depends on how low you want it to be at that part. You want it higher, please go higher. You want it lower, come down to your bust point line. I'll go ahead and connect from that point to the next dart leg, to the first dart leg that you can see, just like you see me doing now. So from there, I'll connect it to the underboss using that circle there as my guide, sort of, right? So that is what you can see me doing now. I'm connecting it using the curvy part of my roll just to get a straight circle something. So after connecting, this is what it will be looking like, going into smoothing it out. Alright, so for this part I think it's too low for me, so I will go higher. So feel free to do what you want, go lower or higher. So I'll just connect it back to that leg, and then we'll work on the other part of the curve. So after this now, I'll divide what I have on that chest line from my armhole line to the bust circumference measurement, right? I'm dividing it by 2. I have 2 inches there, so the division is 1 inch. I marked it there, and I'm connecting it from the outer dart leg to that point. And then from that point, I'll go down to my underboss, like you can see me doing. So that 1 inch that you saw me marking there is because the female bust is fuller on the armhole area, right? So that thing I did there is to accommodate the bust, right? So this is it. This is what I'll be having, my 2 cups. So now we'll go ahead and exclude my dart, just like I've always been doing, and mark my circumference measurement, my bust circumference measurement divided by 4. I'll do that on the under bust also. Move my tape rule, excluding the dart from one dart leg to the other, and mark my under bust, and then I'll do that for the full length also. Alright, so I'll go ahead and connect it like this. Just blend that part in properly, and the next thing is to cut it out. We are done drafting, so it is the cutting process now. So cut it like you can see me doing now. So on the full length, I don't want it straight, so I will just come up by 1.5 inch and connect it to the next dart leg that I have there. So that is what I just did now. I will go ahead and cut that part also. So watch what I am doing. Let's cut it together. I'm excluding my darts now on my second cup. Alright, so this is it right here, and right away I'll go in and label those curves. Do not forget this part. You have to label. I'm using my arrow to indicate the parts going towards the center. So please label, label and label. It is very important and you can easily mix them up. So for the back part, since there is no yoke, I'll just extend these lines so that we'll draft the back part. So on this part, I'll just go in with my nipple to nipple measurement, half of my nipple to nipple measurement. That is what you can see me marking, 4" from my chest line. I'll go down. So on the waist, on the full length, I will just be removing 1/2" on both sides and I will connect it to the chest line, just like you can see me doing now. Nothing much for the back bodies. And after this, I will go ahead and input my circumference measurement. So that of my bust is 10" and my under bust, I have a dart there, so I'm trying to exclude that dart. And then the full length also, mark it out and then connect it like this. So after this, I will just remove out a little bit from my center back. I'm just going in with 2", just 2" and I'll connect it. You know, this is to enable me lace the back of this corset properly, you know, just to have a space there. So I'll cut it out now. Cut it out like you can see me doing now. So there is nothing much for the back part. So I'll slit through on that leg because I want the back pattern in one piece. So I'm going to tape it down, and that is how I'll be cutting on my fabric. So for the sides, I'm still going to do my 1.5". Sorry, I marked 2", but I'll be correcting, taping it back and coming up by 1.5", just like I did for the front, so that the sides will be the same. So I've taped it back and I mark 1.5" and I'm connecting it like you can see me doing now. Then I will go ahead and cut it out. So I'll cut it out like you can see, and this is the back block. I'll bring in the front pattern so that we'll also see what it looks like. This is it right here. I will go and cut on my fabric and come and show us. So if at this point you haven't subscribed, please do that. Like and share my videos, very important. This is what I have, and I'll be seeing you in the sewing tutorial. Thank you.